Yeah! Oh my goodness. Great way to start the series for the Jays as they win 4-2 over the Cleveland Indians in Edwin Encarnacion's return. But before we get to that, and then before we get to the actual game itself, I got a little story to tell you guys about the starting pitcher Trevor Bauer tonight. Now, last year, if you guys remember, July 1st, the 18-inning game where Bauer came out, and I think we pitched like 5 innings to get the win in that game. After the game, he tweeted out USA, USA with the American flag emojis. On Canada Day, just giving us a shot, right? So I decided to tweet at him. I'm like, it's pretty classless, bud. Like, really? Come on. You don't see us saying Canada, Canada when we beat you on July 4th. Doesn't happen. Maybe a few people, maybe a few idiots, but not an actual player. You don't see Russell Martin tweeting it out. So he actually replied saying, well, I'm not in school anymore. I don't have any more classes. Therefore, I am classless. And then decided to block me. Okay. That kind of crazy there. And then he took some shots at us in the playoffs as well with the whole USA thing as well. And then the Jays beat him in this game as he throws 125 pitches and gives up 4 runs, walking 3 guys, and taking the L. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's get to the Edwin Encarnacion festivities because that's what everyone wants to talk about in this one. He had the video tribute before the game, and it was very nice, and the Jays fans did a great job not booing him because of the whole contract situation. They gave him a standing ovation, cheering him. I'm surprised he didn't cry. He might have on the inside. He probably did. And then the standing ovation when he got to the home plate, and then he just subtly taps his chest like, thank you, or I love you guys, or something like that, right? And that's great to see, and of course he has to get 2 hits, and especially, he probably swung on the first pitch and got a single. Why? Because he just wanted to get that first at-bat over with, and he got a single to go with it. Great to see Edwin back in Toronto, but wearing the wrong jersey. But Morales ain't too bad, so I'm not complaining there. Now, let's get to the game that happened today. Marcus Stroman was on the mound for the Jays, and he wasn't as dialed in as we are used to seeing him. He had a really rough outing in his last game in New York, and then he had some issues with his armpit. I think it was like tightness or something in there, so they didn't know if he was going to go on the DL, didn't know if he was going to make his next start. This is was his next start. He pitched, and, he wasn't so dialed in. His stat line looks great, but if you watch him, there were a lot of pitches where they missed their pitches. But what Marcus Stroman did, and that is the reason we win, and his stat line looks as good as it does, he made quality pitches when he had to. That is the big thing when it comes to pitching. He had 3 big double plays in this game, and oh yeah, Superman, oh my God, that catch by Kevin Pillar was ridiculous. Literally, it wasn't like he was just going sideways. He was going backwards and on an angle. Just laying out beautiful. Saved Stroman some runs. Or I don't know if it was any runs, but man, was it gorgeous. To end the inning as well. And that ended Stroman's night as well. So that was just fantastic. Stroman got out of a lot of dangerous situations in this game, but his stat line does look gorgeous. 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and only the 1 strikeout, but he did what he had to do, right? So where did the runs come from the Jays? Well, in the second inning, Ryan Goins got an up-and-in mistake from Trevor Bauer and absolutely smoked it, no pun intended for Justin Smoke, into the second deck, making it 2-0 Jays early. Good stuff. And then 1 inning later, third inning, Jays get runners at second and third, and they bring in the infield in because they don't want to give up any more runs because I think runs have been hard to come by for their team, so they don't want to give up any more. Justin Smoke, I think he got jammed, but he got it over the drawn-in infield, and it gets into the outfield. Morales rounds third, heading home. Throw comes home. Oh boy, he's going to be gunned out. They cut it off because of an absolutely smart play by Justin Smoke. Why? If you look at the replay of Justin Smoke going down the first baseline. You watch him looking at Morales, then looking out at the outfield and saying, he probably thought in his head, he's going to be gunned out, so I'm going to go to second if he gets thrown out while I'm at second, or if they cut it off, that run scores, yes, I'm out, but I saved us a run there, and that's what he did. They cut it off, got him out, but that second run scored and made it 4-0 Jays. A heads-up play by Justin Smoke, who continues to rake the ball, looking great, and it made it 4-0 Jays early. Or, yeah, third inning. It was pretty early. Nothing else happens until the 8th inning, where Danny Barnes gives up a couple hits, and then, he walks a couple guys, gets pulled. Here comes Joe Smith. He gives up a single to Lindor. Throw comes in, gets cut off. Oh, they got him a rundown. He's out. No, he is not. Because of interference from Devin Travis, didn't get out of the running lane, and you got a guy at second, nobody out, and it's a 2-run game now. And Jason Kipnis grounds out to Smoke, removing the runner over. Now Edwin Encarnacion is up as the tying run. But Joe Smith fools the living snot out of Edwin, throwing him the nasty slider, or whatever you want to call that gorgeous pitch of his, making him wave at it, missing it by a mile. Strike 3, there's 2 down, and ends up getting Jose Ramirez as well, swinging 2 huge strikeouts for Joe Smith and the Blue Jays as they hold that 4-2 lead going to the 9th. And then Roberto Osuna comes out. 1, 2, 3, ball game. Beautiful. That was just a great defensive game for the Jays, except for Steve Pearce. I don't know what happened to him out there. I mean, he kind of went to the wall, started kind of weird climbing the wall, but the ball's way in play, so he kind of like leans back. It's weird play by Steve Pearce, but it didn't end up hurting the Jays, so we're A-okay there. This game had a whole bunch of things going on in it. It's a little bit of a longer video, but I gotta cover all the stuff. I gotta cover all the basics, or all the bases. Again, no pun intended there. But somebody that I gotta talk about and is really struggling is Jose Bautista. You know, he's 0 for 3 again tonight, strikes out again, and he is just having a really tough time at the plate. You know, his average now drops to 169, as we thought he was starting to come on, hitting over 200. Now he's been in a hard slump. So he's got to get something going for this team. Morales continues to hit the ball well. He was 1 for 3 and scored a run this time in this game. Justin Smoke, like I said, continues to play well. 1 for 3 with 2 ribs in this one. And, Devin Travis 1 for 3. He's starting to come on a little bit more. Ryan Goins 1 for 2 with the 2-run shot. Draws a great walk as well. Ryan Goins can be a very impactful player when his vision is on. We saw a couple years ago when the Jays were kicking everyone's butt in the second half of the season and won the pennant. Ryan Goins never bit on bad pitches. He always waited for his pitch, and when he got it, he hit it. Otherwise, he was drawing walks left and right. That is the Ryan Goins we want to see, and that's what we saw tonight. Got the home run on a mistake and took a walk. That is the Ryan Goins I love to see. Also, Luke Maile gets his first hit as a Blue Jay. Good for him. I mean, more or less, Almonte lost it in the lights, but it counts as a hit, so that doesn't matter. Danny Barnes, like I said, gave up a couple of runs. Joe Smith continues to pitch really well in that 8th inning role, and Osuna gets his 4th save in a row. Great news for Roberto. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, hey, and if you enjoyed this game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What'd you guys think of this game? What'd you think of the whole Edwin thing early in the game with the tribute and the ovations? I loved it. It was great. Let me know what you guys thought of that and the game overall, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow as Carlos Carrasco is against the Jays. That's not a good one. And it's expected to be Mike Bolsinger, but I'm not sure if that is confirmed. It probably will be by the time you guys watch this video, but as of right now, it is not. So we're just going to have to wait and see. It's not going to be an easy one the next 2 games. You got Carrasco and Salazar, not easy pitchers, so you got to grind games down. You got the opener, great. See if we can get a win and win this series tomorrow night. That would be gorgeous, all right? And get on a 3-game win streak. That would be even better, all right? So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.